Hey rookies, what's up? Welcome to this edition of the Bourbon Rookie, where today I'm happy to preview Cedar Ridge whiskey. This is just two of some of the different blends that they have for sale. And in my market in New York, these are kind of hard to get. I got a deal from Seelbach at the end of the year, free shipping, and the price point on these was really good. This has been making the rounds on YouTube. One of the more popular channels, SLB Drinks, has, these guys love this brand. It's in their top 3 for the year, I believe. Not sure off memory which of the offerings they previewed. This is the Bottled and Bond, which on their website is listed as a limited edition, a limited blend. And this is their barrel proof at 116 proof. The barrel proof is aged 3 to 4 years, and this guy is obviously aged 4 years. So 3 to 4 years, I guess the thing with this is the barrels. They use different types of barrels, and you can see all that for yourself. What's cool is they have the same mash bill, and the website is really straightforward on the mash bill. 74% corn, 14% malted rye, and 12% malted barley. So, without any further ado, I'd like to get into tasting these and see how they are. And especially in the New York market, you got to keep an eye out, because distribution right now, this is very limited. I think at Total Wine, which is about 30 miles from my house, they had like one particular variety. I think it was a rye. So there might be 1 or 2 places on Long Island where, if you're from this Long Island and you start looking for it, you'd be better off looking to see if you can get it shipped. And Seelbach is pretty good, like I said, or maybe I didn't say it, but that's what happens when you get old. You forget what you're saying. I got this with a free shipping deal, and Seelbach has been pretty good with that, here and there. So on this Bottled and Bond, at first I was getting some nice butterscotch. And let me just say something about the packaging. These are the tops. Like a pack of gum. It had like a nice pull tab. Took the cellophane off. Nice tight seal on the cork. I love the way this is shaped like a barrel. I know it sounds stupid, but packaging is it's a lot, because there were no spills. So packaging on this is pretty good. But at first, I was getting a little butterscotch. I'm getting almost on the finish, I'm getting butterscotch and then like a slight hint of ammonia. Oddly enough. Almost smells a little bit like a cleaning thing, like, I don't know, maybe an ammonia. Not quite as strong, but now I've had this open, I've had these poured in advance, probably for about 10 minutes. Color on this is copper, I guess, light copper. And let's see how these oils are running. I know I'm far back, but that's my ghetto setup here in my house. That's all I got, kids. Well, it's I wouldn't say that oil, it doesn't seem thin, it doesn't seem thick. It's right about medium, where it's kind of running down not running down quickly, but it's not taking its time either. So let's see. Sorry, my dogs are distracting me. First sip, I almost wanted to hate this, but then it's really started to open up. It's very interesting. I'm getting a lot of ethanol. I'm getting a lot of like a corn. There's a little bit of a bitterness. There's a lot of sweetness. There's like a lot of different flavor changes going on the palate. And for that, it's interesting. I think what I'm getting on the nose, I think that bitterness or that cleaning agent is probably I don't know, maybe the barley. I'm not a big barley guy. And I think the presence of the barley is kind of pungent and always does a little something to my stomach. What if you're somebody that likes scotches and somebody that likes peaty, like a certain amount of peatiness to their bourbons, scotches, this might be up your alley. It's definitely smoothed out. That sip was a lot smoother. It's hitting me very little on the tip, on the front of the palate. The flavors are really getting you mid-palate, meaning mid-tongue, right here to the esophagus. There's a nice slight hug. For 100 proof, it's smooth, and it's interesting. A little bit of a molasses, almost a little bit of a gingerbread note. There's a lot of flavor in this. It's good. It is good. However, barleys are not my thing, and for some reason the barley is prevalent on this guy. Wow. This is like dark chocolate. And Werther's. You know, like a Werther's candy? Holy cow, that is a unique nose. I don't think I've smelled anything like this. It's like toffee. Yeah, like toffee. Caramel. Dark chocolate. Gingerbread. Wow. Great nose. Oh, come on. That's from the barrel? Because I was just thinking about it with my brain fart. It's a little bit darker. But it's just a different barrel that they used. Because the age, this is aged 4 years. This is 3 to 4. Definitely has more of a chocolate nose, dark chocolate. The nose is really interesting. And it's good. Wow, it's delicious. Wow. The viscosity on this, I'm surprised. It seems to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more oily than the bottled and bond. And this is just, oh my God. This barrel proof is fantastic. How do I describe this? Now, again, it hits you very little on the tip of the tongue. It hits you harder on the midpoint of your tongue, the roof of your mouth. The oils just coat the palate fantastically. There's a slight whiskey hug. Not getting a lot of oak. And for those of you guys that are better at this than me, does that mean if you're not getting a lot of oak, the 3 to 4 year age statement means it's youthful? I don't know, but it's pretty smooth. It's a nice velvety, oily texture. I'm getting that dark chocolate, almost a cinnamon, a little bit of a bready note, toffee, This is really good. And if you haven't guessed the way I'm raving, this is just, to me, I'm sorry, this is much better for my flavor profile in terms of what I like to drink than this. And it's just weird because technically it's the same mash bill, and this one has a little bit more age on it, you know. So I guess from what I'm gathering, from what I was reading here, the only difference is the barrels, right? This is crafted from Iowa corn, aged in char No. 3 barrels and non-chill filters. Non-climate controlled rick houses, Midwest weather. It's from Iowa, which is interesting. Temperature swings. They're saying all this stuff, and you can read this. Give it a unique flavor profile. The Bottled and Bond limited release bourbon. It's made in accordance with the Bottled and Bond Act. Blah 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 blah. Made by one distiller and aged at a federally bonded warehouse for a minimum of 4 years at 100 proof. This seasonal bourbon is released annually in July. All right, so there you go. All right. $44. You can see all the specs that I have, or you can check it out for yourself. Man. Now, I don't have the 86 proof, but from what I understand from the other channels, the 86 proof, which I think is $34.99. I think I have it somewhere in the video on their website. It's $34.99, and I didn't get a chance to taste that, but supposedly from what I've watched and what you can watch on a lot of these whiskey tube channels, is supposedly that 86 proof has a ton of flavor and drinks more like a 96 proof, something like that. So, love to be able to get my hands on that. Love to be able to get my hands on more of this product. This, to me, is right up there with your Russell's Reserve barrel proof. Man, that dark chocolate, it's almost like, they finished it somehow. And listen, I'm not a Scotch guy. If you are, then you can't beat $44.99 Bottled and Bond for this guy. I didn't hate it, but that certain smell, that peatiness, wasn't quite in my wheelhouse, so to speak. You know what I mean? But I will definitely be on the prowl for more Cedar Ridge products as it becomes available in my market. So if you live in New York, you live in Long Island, and you're watching the video, and you want to give this a shot, definitely try it. Seelbach, because that's the best way to get this. Unless you live close to that total wine, you're gonna get the rye. But at any rate, keep an eye out for Cedar Ridge. They're both a rec. This is a highly rec for me. This one, all right, but I'm going to be looking, not disappointed in this. And you know what, guys, honestly, in a week from now, I could probably drink this and my palate's going to be different. I'm going to be like, this is great. But yeah, that peaty nose just kind of, just turns my stomach. I don't know, I can't describe it. It's very good, but there's just a hint of it in there that just doesn't do it for me on this one. So, highly rec for me on this. This is a rec, but it's not something that I'm probably gonna, once I'm done with this one, I would look to their other products and hopefully, so you got 50-50 here. Scotch guy, and this is for every guy. I don't know what else to say. With that, 14 minutes in, hope you guys had a great holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully with a cigar review soon, because I've been spending, I won't tell the wife, but I've been spending a little too much money. Actually, she knows that. But I got a lot of cigars lined up for review, and I'm behind on that. It's just harder when it's 10 degrees out. So stay tuned, stay frosty. We'll see you next time.